3 steps to boost your intensity. Step number 1, have shorter breaks. That simple. Have shorter breaks, your heart will keep beating faster, you will put time under tension, you will rest shorter, which means that your body won't recover as much, so you will boost the intensity. Then you might ask, how long should I rest, Sebastian? Well, it depends. You can rest anywhere, like I said before, from 45 seconds to, in most of our cases, regarding who's watching, 3 minutes would be a max. But you want to keep it, you want to find a sweet spot. And only you can find that sweet spot, because you want to rest just enough for you to be able to get 100% output on your next lift or your next set. Even if it's a HIIT training. All right? That makes sense? That's step number 1. Very simple. Keep them short. Keep your rest period short. Tip number 2, how to boost your intensity. Stay active during your resting. Or as I like to say, tip number 2 is dance during your rest. There is a reason why that when we're always doing our workouts, I'm always dancing. I'm always moving in between. Always moving in between the workouts or in the sets. Always moving between the sets. You're boosting your intensity, like you're constantly moving. I'm burning calories just standing here. I got a hoodie on, or I had a hoodie on. I'm moving around. I'm constantly talking with my hands. It's like you're getting, your NEAT is getting higher, which is the amount of calories you are burning when you are not doing physical activity. And when you're resting, you're not doing physical activity. So for you to just move a little, you're burning more calories. Now, I understand that some of you don't want to be the person who's dancing at the gym. I'm that guy. I'm that guy when I'm at the gym. I don't give a fuck what nobody has to say about me on my gym. They probably think I'm a madman. And truth is, I probably am. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What I care about is my results. So if you don't want to be that guy, just do jumping jacks. Just do jumping jacks, or at least walk around, shake loose and get focused. Get focused. You can't dance and stay active. You're doing all of these crazy moves in your dancing while resting, so you lose your focus on what you're doing. I'm here to train. I'm here to train. I'm here to do one more set of something. That's where your focus should lay on. So even if I'm dancing, I'm still focused. I'm probably even dancing off beat, but I'm focused on what I should be doing. Thumbs up if that made sense. Perfect. Now, there is also research behind this. There's also, it's not just something I don't take this out of a hat and say dance because it's dance specific training. No, imagine what we as dancers are doing. We are constantly moving. So with different tempos, we're moving with different tempos. So if you're dancing with someone, let's say you're dancing a Cuban salsa, there is moments where they will be relaxed. There will be a moment that is more relaxed. And then there is moments that will be heavy. Like now it's time to go. Now it's time to go hard on. Now the intensity just shoot up. There is the break in the song or something is happening. And you want to catch that moment. You want to be able to have that endurance, that muscular endurance, to be able to perform at your highest when it's happening. So you need to be able to dance easy when you need to. Now I'm dancing, the music is soft, I don't need to go hard. And then when it's time to go hard, you need to be able to go higher in the intensity, to be able to. Did that make sense? Like it's dance specific training what we are doing here. We're doing dance specific training, we're not just doing training. Then we can go and do Zumba if we want to. And I love Zumba, make no mistake. It's tip number 2. Tip number 3 on boosting your intensity is that when you're doing your last set, add something special to it. Add a drop set. Add a superset. Do an AMRAP set. Add something that will boost, that will really like squeeze everything out. A drop set means that you're starting really heavy with your weights or your resistance bands. You're taking multiple resistance bands, or you're stepping wide on your resistance bands, so everything becomes heavier. And then you go as many reps as you can. So let's say I'm doing biceps curls. I have 10 kilos in each hand. I do as many sets as I can, or as many reps as I can. And then as soon as I start to swing with my back, I drop my 10 kilos and I pick up 9 kilos. Then I do as many reps as I can on 9 kilos. And as soon as I start to swing with my back, I place my weight down and I take 8 kilos. So I drop the weight. Drop sets. A superset, on the other hand, is while you're training two opposing muscles at the same time or after each other without taking a break. For example, I'm on the cable machine. I'm on the cable machine right now. I'm doing biceps curls and the weight is down there. And then I'm moving the cable thing up and now I'm doing triceps extensions. Make sense? Everybody knows those two exercises? Perfect. I start with my curls. I do 10. As soon as I'm done with my 10, I drop it, I change the machine, I put it all the way up, and now I do triceps extensions without resting. So I train my biceps and then I go straight into my tricep. Why am I doing that? Because there is tons of research out there supporting that when you are doing that, you're actually growing your biceps or your opposite muscles faster. Why? I don't know. I don't really know. I don't feel that I need to know because I trust research. There's people that are way smarter than I am. I just trust what they say and apply it. Another example, I'm doing squats. As soon as I'm done with my squats, I go down and I do push-ups. That's a superset. I'm resting my legs while I'm pushing on my upper body. Made sense, right? Perfect. Now an AMRAP set means that you're doing let me spell out AMRAP. AMRAP. As many reps as possible. Or as I like to call it, you're going balls to the wall. Like you go full out. You don't hold back here. If I'm doing an AMRAP set and I'm doing curls, I'm swinging like I'm on a, like I'm on a, I don't know what those are called, but like a swing. Like I'm swinging, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm all the way here. I'm all the way here. Why? Because I know how to do sheet reps. I know how to do sheet reps, but maybe not every one of you do. But then AMRAP is really like if it says 10 on your schedule, you don't care, you go until you can't anymore. You have a person behind you that's supporting you and can just lift you up if you are falling down or if you are like getting fatigued. You do as many reps as possible. But not every one of us are skilled enough to do that. So then a drop set is perfect. Like I can do an AMRAP set if I'm doing a bench press. If I'm doing a bench press or an overhead press and I'm doing AMRAP, like and I don't have David or someone who's my height and my strength next to me, like I'm gonna die. Like there is a big chance of me getting really injured if I attempt to do an AMRAP set while doing a bench press. If I bench press on 110 kilos and I feel like, fuck it, let me go on rep number 5 and I just drop it here, David is not there to lift that bar off, I'm gonna injure myself. So that's why we're having different ways of approaching it. You need to shock your body. Intensity over everything. Tip number 1, shorter breaks. Tip number 2, dance between your sets or stay active during your sets. Tip number 3, do a drop set, a superset, or an AMRAP at the last set. Then a bonus tip is toss in dance specific training. Toss in dance specific training in your workouts, even if it's just 5 minutes. Even if it's just 5 minutes. I promise you, we have too many testimonials right now of dancers, and to be honest, it's you guys who are here. Like, we have too many of us are saying is like, I'm losing weight, or I'm becoming a stronger follower, or a smoother leader. I have better balance while dancing. My knees are stronger. So use that to your advantage. Do it before or after your additional workout.